Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest transfer stories. We start with this report claiming that Barca duo Ace Abde and Nico Gonzalez are being wanted by La Liga rivals Real Betis on loan with purchase options. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about right back Ivan Fresneda, as things are getting red, as Real Madrid are reportedly pushing for the signing of the player as well. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the full story, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. According to a report from AS, Real Betis are interested in signing Barca duo Ace Abde and Nico Gonzalez this summer on a loan deal, with an option to make the arrangement permanent for next year. Both Abde and Nico spent last season away on loan from FC Barcelona. The former was at Osasuna in the 2022-23, while the latter spent the campaign at Valencia. Now set to return to Barcelona, there is no certainty that the young duo has a future at the club, although Xavi Hernandez and the staff wish to make a closer look at them in the pre-season, but there are no guarantees that either of them will continue with the Blaugrana, especially in the case of Nico Gonzalez, and Real Betis are interested in signing the pair on loan but with an option to purchase. Los Verde Blancos are interested in bolstering their attacking ranks with the addition of Abde after a solid campaign at Osasuna, where he helped them finish 7th in La Liga and reach the finals of the Copa del Rey. AS Abde has also impressed heavily for the Moroccan national team at the Under-23 African Cup of Nations, helping them make it to the finals. Betis, who have former Barcelona technical secretary Ramon Planes as their sporting director, thus remain keen on landing Abde on loan with a buy option. As for Nico, he had an injury-riddled season at Valencia last time out, but still managed to impress, especially towards the back end of the season. But with no space in Barcelona's midfield unit, the 21-year-old appears set to leave on loan. Ramon Planes knows the La Masia graduate well, having seen him from close quarters during his time at Barcelona. As such, he is keen on taking the midfielder to Real Betis for the next season, with an option for a permanent purchase included. The decision, though, would rest with Xavi and Barcelona, who would take a look at the duo during the pre-season, while also waiting to see if any lucrative offers for a permanent transfer come in right away. Of course, Barcelona have been looking to loan some of these players again. Talking about Abde and Nico Gonzalez, these are players that, when growing up from the La Masia Academy, they have showed a lot of qualities that they could make it to the first team. But despite the heavy competition last summer, Xavi had to opt to loan them out to gain further experience before returning. But despite going and, of course, having to play more minutes compared to if they had stayed, but I think they have not had the best of times. But Ace Abde is the only player so far that have been showing some top qualities, and there have been some reports saying that Xavi wants him to play for Barca next season. There have been some reports contradicting that. But as it stands right now, Barcelona are open to the idea of still loaning Nico Gonzalez and Ace Abde. Of course, those two players possibly can stay. We're not saying that they cannot stay. It's still possible because apart from players like Oro Romeo that Xavi is pushing for, some of the board of directors have been urging Xavi to go for players like Nico Gonzalez, knowing fully well that the club is going through financial turmoil. Why shouldn't Xavi choose Nico Gonzalez and try and play him in that role? Give him the confidence. Nico has been there last season. He has played some games, and I think that Xavi should at least give him a chance. But from the look of things, Xavi is against that idea, as Xavi wants an experienced player in that role, as he sees Oro Romeo as the perfect fit. But nothing has been concluded so far on that. So these two players, Nico and Abde, are players that are very good players, by the way, who can still make it to the first team at Barca. But from the situation at hand, the club, especially by Xavi's influence, does not want them, and would prefer loaning them out, but not selling them right away. There are certain players that you, of course, you understand if Barca were to sell them. Players like Sergio Des, who was really poor at AC Milan, played just 14 games. Players like Lenglet, of course, those are players that you can say Barca should sell. Players like Alex Collado, those are players that Barca are open to selling. But now we're talking about two top quality players, Nico Gonzalez, Ace Abde. I think those are quality players that can still make it one day to be Barca players, and I think selling them outright will be a very bad decision. That is why Barca are open to the idea of a loan, not permanent sale. Even though they are saying that Real Betis, who are interested in those two players, are very interested in, of course, including a purchase clause, that is a loan with an option to buy by next summer. It remains to be seen if Barca accepts such a proposal. Then moving on to the final story of discussion. Having just seen Real Madrid swoop Arda away from our hands, Barca could now be facing the threat of losing yet another top target for their arch rivals Madrid if a report from Adrian Sanchez is true. Indeed, as per that update, Madrid have contacted the entourage of Real Valladolid right back and Barca target Ivan Fresneda recently to explore the possibility of a transfer. Fresneda enjoyed a solid debut campaign in La Liga last time out, even though his club Real Valladolid relegated to the second division. The 18-year-old made a good impression in his first season in the Spanish top flight, so much so that Barca have taken a serious interest in the player. The Blaugrana are in need of a specialist right back this summer, having been left with just Sergio Roberto and the inexperienced Julian Araujo, who could be sold. Fresneda has been identified as a cost-effective option with potential and promise to grow. Following Valladolid's relegation, the young star's release clause went down from 40 to 20 million. But Barca cannot afford to pay more than 10, and recent reports suggest that Valladolid are willing to accept a fee of around 10 plus add-ons for their prized asset. Barca director Deco met with Fresneda's agent recently to lay the groundwork of the deal. However, with Real Madrid now meddling in Barca's business, Barcelona must act fast to try and close that deal at the earliest. So guys, with that, we have come to the end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.